Hello, everybody, and welcome to our latest installment of the Time Travel Baseball League. We're getting down to the nitty gritty on these semifinal series. The Wings have already punched their ticket to the championship series, defeating the Stars, the Wings being 50s players, think wingtip shoes, and the Stars being the 80s players, for the most part, 4 games to none. So we're going to play the fifth game of the Explorers Futurist series for you. Let's tell you what happened in the first 4 games. The Futurists, 21st century players. The Explorers, basically 1960 players. Each team picked 28 players to represent their era. And then there was a Travelers draft, which will have happened for this first season. If I do a future season, we're just going to do era-specific teams. So the Futurists won the first 2 games. The first one was a home run derby. The Futurists won that 10-6. The second game was won by the Futurists 6-4, and those games were at Camden Yards, which was the home for the Futurists. Then the scene shifted to Dodger Stadium, 1965 Dodger Stadium. Apologies, I was sipping some coffee here. And the Explorers won games 3 and 4. Elston Howard hit a key home run for the Explorers to win game 3, 5-3. And then the Explorers held on to win 7-5 in game 4. So today we are playing game number 5. All the games here on in will be night games. I'm just changing that right now. Because there is no other series, so they could just have the exclusive nighttime games. So we will get started. The Futurists are the road team. The Explorers are the home team. I always play the home team. And I will make minimal decisions. Here's my lineup. They love picking Ted Simmons. Simmons has an 849 OPS. And I have a lot of guys that are higher up in the OBS than that. I'm going to put George Sisler in. He's a traveler, obviously, on the 60s team, and I'll put him in the 9 hole. But he's a good on base guy. His on base average 404. So we will put him in there. For some reason, Action PC Baseball always likes to put backup catchers in at DH, which they do not do for the Futurists. Their lineup looks about the same as it always has been through the course of the season. So let's get started.
Pitching for Explorers, 1, Miracle.
So we have actually looks like 2 starters that played in the first game. We will go through the lineups after the first at bat, otherwise the umpire will say play ball incessantly. Mookie Betts is going to lead off. He's 4 for 18. 1 homer, 4 RBIs, and a stolen base in the playoffs so far. And he hits this up to Mazeroski, the second baseman. So that's the first out. Let's show you the lineups. And I will pause here for a moment. Then after the second batter, I will show you the pitching profile of Juan Marichal. Here is the defensive lineup for the Explorers. Pretty solid. A little bit of a hole in left field, right field. We used the DH rule. 40-man rosters, and all 40 could play at any one time. David Wright, 2 of 7 so far in the playoffs. He had a homer and 3 RBIs and walked twice. This is hit well to left, but right to Ramirez. Only had to back step a little bit for the second out. It brings up Albert Pujols, who has been struggling in this series. He is 2 for 15. Both hits were doubles, and he has 2 RBIs. Struck out 4 times, so he's hitting 133 for the playoffs. Oh, I forgot to show you Marichal. So let's do that. Show you the game logs. We will show you that he did, in fact, Manito did pitch in the playoff game, the game 1 loss 6-10, 10-6, and he only went 3 1/3 innings and gave up 8 runs. So you got shelled pretty badly. So we told you about Pujols. So let's just see the result here. That is Mazeroski making another play over to McCovey.
No errors. Futurists 0. Explorers coming to bat.
Okay, so
Futurists. Clayton, Kershaw.
My bad, I should have listened to you. Kershaw's only had one playoff inning, his ERA 360. So let's show you the lineup for the Explorers. You see Manny Machado is a traveler, Manny Ramirez is a traveler, and George Sisler is a traveler. And show you the Futurists defensive lineup. Pretty solid. Barry Bonds, just a bit of a liability, a 7 in left. Soriano, the bigger liability, a 6 range at second base. And we'll show you how Clayton Kershaw, did during the course of the season. And show you his last appearance. It was in that 10-6 game. He only pitched 7 innings. Seven pitches and pitched 1 inning. I'm sorry. And during the course of the year, well, let me show you Kershaw again. Get it right if you're gonna get it. Well, that's Soriano. Okay, my bad. Kershaw went 12-3 during the course of the season, had 157 in the third innings, an ERA of 360. So Ken Boyer leading off. He is 2 for 7 for the playoffs. 1 run scored, 2 walks. Smoke to left. Bonds is going to get to that at the warning track for the first out. Mazeroski, your second hitter, 5 of 19. And his average, 263. He has scored 3 runs, a homer, 3 RBIs, a triple. And has struck out twice. That's going to be our first hit of the game. A little dribbler into right center field. Frank Robinson, 3 for 17. He was wearing an offer for a little bit during the course of the playoffs. 1 run scored, a double, a home run, and 3 RBI. Walked once, and his batting average right now, 176. This is hit well to left. Bonds is going to watch it bounce off the wall. Mazeroski gets the stop sign at third base from the third base coach, so it's runners at second and third, 1 out for the Say Hey Kid Willie Mays, who's hitting .500 in the playoffs, 6 for 12. He has a homer, 4 RBIs, 1 stolen base. Let me turn up the volume on my TV so you can hear it a little better. So I'm just pausing to do that. So the Explorers, both teams at 2 wins, so they would have a 3-2 lead, whoever wins this game. And this is popped up. Maurer, can he get to it? No, a foul ball. Count now 2-2 at this point. We used the 1-pitch mode. Smoke to right. Oh, he made an error. And that's going to allow the run to score. Everybody moved up a base. So the first run of the game scores on an error by David Wright. And the Explorers have the 1-0 lead. Manny Ramirez now up 4 for 12 for the playoffs. 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, 2 doubles, and has struck out 4 times. A pitch out, but Mays was not moving. Count 1-0 now to the Man Ram. That's going to be a base hit to plate. Robinson, everybody moving up a base. Single for Ramirez and an RBI, 2-0. Now, I do not control the Futurists, but you kind of wonder how long will Kershaw stay if he keeps giving up runs, as he has done in this first inning. Willie McCovey, 2 for 16, 2 runs scored, a homer, 2 RBIs, and a double, walked 4 times. I'm sorry, he struck out 4 times. Hot smash, Soriano to Rodriguez over to first for the double play to Pujols. They rule that the run scored. Wait a minute, let me just double check this, folks. Okay, so the single brought in another run. My bad, and I totally missed it. 2-0 Explorers as we head to the top of the second. Barry Bonds up, 1 for 11, 1 RBI, struck out 4 times, has walked once. K number 1 for Juan Marichal. And we bring up A-Rod, 4 for 17. A double, a triple, a home run. Also singled. 2 RBIs, has struck out 5 times. He's hitting .235. This is hit well to left, but Ramirez not having to move too much for the second out, bringing up Jim Edmonds, 3 for 11, .273, 4 runs scored, 2 homers, 2 RBIs, 1 walk, and 5 Ks. Hit well to right, but right to Robinson. Side retired.
No runs, no hits, no errors. The split 2. Futurists 0.
We should probably tell you that in this night game at Dodger Stadium, it's 81 degrees, clear skies, winds in from left center field at 6 miles per hour. Manny Machado, 4 for 15 in the playoffs, hitting .267. 1 run scored, 3 Ks. Everything else like the goose egg. Right, Pujols for the first out. Elston Howard had that big home run we were telling you about earlier. 2 for 13, 2 runs scored, a homer, 2 RBIs, 2 Ks. Up the middle, Soriano with a beautiful play over to Pujols for the second out. That brings up George Sisler, who is 1 for 4, 1 run scored, 1 K. Up the middle, and Sisler safe at first on an error. Don't know who they awarded the error to Rodriguez for the throw or for Pujols not being able to scoop it up. But we go back to the order, top of the order, and Ken Boyer is 0 for 1. They check on Sisler at first base. Runner is safe. And now Sisler goes to second base and gets it. His first stolen base. Boyer is 0 for 1. I think we told you that. 0-1 pitch, and that's a walk. So Kershaw at Dodger Stadium struggling a bit. That was his first walk. He has given up 3 hits and 1 earned run. That cannot. How is it 2-0 and he's only given up 1 run? But okay, we'll leave that alone. Bill Mazeroski is 1 for 1 today, now hitting .300. Soriano to Pujols, side retired.
No runs, no hits, 1 error. Explorers 2. Futurists 0.
Computer says it's 2-0. It's 2-0. Joe Mauer, 4 for 14, 4 runs scored, 2 homers, 4 RBIs, walked 3 times and has struck out 4 times. And it hits him. So Mauer aboard. Marichal at 22 pitches can go 140. Kershaw is at 38, can go 120. Prince Fielder is 4 for 7, 1 run scored, 1 double, walked once and struck out twice. That is strike 3, second K for Marichal. And we go to the number 9 hitter, the last hitter we will see hitting for the first time. And that's Alfonso Soriano, 4 for 15, 2 runs scored, a double, 4 RBIs at 3 Ks. Hit well to left, this is gone. Home run, and Soriano, just like that, ties the score at 2 with a blast in the left field that went 352 feet. So now we go back to the top of the order, in the top of the third with 1 out, and Mookie Betts steps in. He is 0 for 1. Base hit. Robinson collects in right field. David Wright, sure wanting to make amends for the error that he created that plated the first run for the Explorers. He is 0 for 1 today. This is hit to right field, but a foul ball. Count 1-1 now. Check on Betts. He is back. And that's a walk. And that's the first walk issued by Marichal. Sure, this is going to be a white-knuckle game for each team because obviously whoever wins this game is going to have the edge going to game number 6. And if the Futurists could steal one here, then they're home for game 6 and they could close it out by just winning 1 out of 2. Albert Pujols, 0 for 1 today. Runners at first and second. And that's a base hit. We watch Betts. He will hold at third. So it's bases full of Futurists. 1 out for Barry Bonds, and he's been quiet this series. 0 for 1 and a K today. Popped up. Howard's going to get to that, I think, yes. Now there's 2 outs for A-Rod. A high leverage at bat for him. He is 0 for 1 today. K for 1.
3 hits, no errors. Futurists 2, Explorers 2.
So the Futurists only pick up 2 runs. They were poised for more, obviously. So we go to the bottom of the third, and Frank Robinson 1 for 1 and a double today. Kershaw at 38 pitches. The lefty deals, and it's strikeout number 1 for him. Willie Mays 0 for 1. Rodriguez to Pujols for the second out, bringing up Manny Ramirez 1 for 1 and an RBI. And
nothing across in the bottom of the third.
That was 1-3 on that put out.
Explorers 2.
To the top of the fourth, and Jim Edmonds 0 for 1. Kind of a quasi-futurist because I know he played in the 90s. I don't know if his career stretched into the aughts offhand. Be a good question for baseball reference. Edmonds is 3 of 12, and I'm just going to do an OPS check here real fast. Okay. Over and done with. Up the middle, a base hit, dropping in front of Mays. Joe Mauer was hit by a batter in his first at-bat. Hit well to right. Robinson making the play. For a minute there, I thought Mauer had homer number 3 this series. Prince Fielder, the son of Cecil, 0 for 1 and a K. K number 4 for Juan Marichal, bringing up Alfonso Soriano, who is 1 for 1, a homer, and 2 RBI. That's K number 5.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Futurists 2, Explorers 2.
So Marichal back to the dugout with 5 Ks, bringing up Willie McCovey, who is 0 for 1 today. I'm sure he would like to break out of his slump. And Edmonds whiffed the play right at the wall in left center field. Manny Machado is 0 for 1. That brings up Elston Howard with 2 out. 0 for 1. Right back to Kershaw, over to Pujols.
No runs, no hits, no errors. Futurists 2, Explorers 2.
We start the 5th inning in game number 5, a 2-2 score. The series is tied at 2 games each, and Mookie Betts is 1 for 2. Third time through the lineup, Mazeroski to McCovey for the first out. David Wright 0 for 1 and a walk. K number 6 for Juan Marichal. Albert Pujols 1 for 2, hitting 176 now. K number 7.
Nothing across in the top of the 5th. Futurists 2, Explorers 2.
Halfway home, unless we go extras. Bringing up George Sisler, who is 0 for 1. Corner's playing in. I'm not planning on bunting. Base hit just by A-Rod, and Sisler aboard. I'm going to send him. Safe is the call, and that's 2 stolen bases today for George Sisler. Ken Boyer 0 for 1 and a walk as the Explorers now go through the lineup their third time. That's a walk. Bill Mazeroski 1 for 2. He homered earlier in this series. K number 3 for Clayton Kershaw. Frank Robinson 1 for 2, a double and a K. That's a walk, so the base is full of Explorers now for the Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays. 3 walks now for Kershaw. Mays can hit lefties 343. Kershaw against righties 212, so something will give here. And what gave was Willie Mays as he struck out for Clayton Kershaw's 4th strikeout. Manny Ramirez, the last chance for the Explorers in the 5th, 1 for 2 and an RBI. That is K number 5.
1 hit, no errors. Futurists 2, Explorers 2.
So, Marichal is now up to 78 pitches through 5. Kershaw has pitched 90 through 5. So there's a window of opportunity for the Explorers coming up here if they keep Kershaw in the game. McCovey, no, I'll take that back. We're not looking at McCovey. We're looking at Barry Bonds, who is 0 for 2 in a K. I was looking at the wrong team. I'm sure Bonds has a homer in him, but not this time as Marichal has struck out 8. A-Rod 0 for 2, and he already struck out, and he strikes out again for K number 9 for Juan Marichal, who's now up to 89 pitches. It's Jim Edmonds, 1 for 2. Base hit to right field. Edmonds stretches it to a double. Nicely done. So Marichal in a little bit of trouble. Joe Mauer looking to cash in. He is 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch earlier. That's a walk. So Mauer finding ways to find the base paths. Prince Fielder is 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts today. And that is McCovey to Marichal, who was covering at first base for the final out.
No errors. Futurists 2. Explorers 2.
Score still tied at 2. Games are tied at 2 going into the bottom of the 6th. And Willie McCovey is now up. He has been slumping in this playoff series. 2 for 18, 0 for 2 today. And as soon as I say that, a high fly, but McCovey hits it right to Mookie Betts. It sounded good coming off the bat, but it kind of fizzled out there. So 1 out for Manny Machado, who is 0 for 2 in a K. This is hit well to left. Off the wall, and Bonds quickly collecting it, and Machado's got a double. Elston Howard, who already had a homer in this series earlier, is 0 for 2. A foul tip, and the count now 2-2, at least to this stage. Strikeout number 6 for Clayton Kershaw, closing in on that pitch limit. He's at 103. The limit is 120. George Sisler has been a bright spot on this Explorers team today with 2 stolen bases. He is 1 for 2. Grounder, Pujols side retired.
No runs. 1 hit. No errors. Futurists 2. Explorers 2.
To the 7th inning now. A 2-2 tie still. And Alfonso Soriano, who is 1 for 2. A homer, 2 RBIs, and a K. Ball number 4 sends Soriano to the base paths at first base. 3 walks now for Juan Marichal, who's at 105 pitches. He can go 140. Betts, 1 for 3. And Soriano successfully stealing second base, his first steal of the series. Back to Mookie Betts with a 1-0 count. He is 1 for 3 today. Base hit, we watch Soriano. He holds at third. Both teams being very conservative on the base paths. And in this 5th game, I could totally understand that. You don't want to do something to lose it. But as I am reminded by an adage in the Stratomatic computer game, nothing ventured, nothing gained. David Bright 0 for 2, a walk and a K. With nobody out, Marichal gets the first out with the strikeout. Albert Pujols is 1 for 3. And Betts caught stealing second. So now there are 2 outs, and you got Soriano still at third. Count 2-1, and the Futurists have taken the lead on a base hit by Albert Pujols. Making the score now 3-2. Barry Bonds now up, 4th time, 0 for 3 and 2 Ks. And you just got a feeling that Bonds is just getting ready to launch a big blow here. Nope, it's Mazeroski to McCovey, side retired. Amos Ruzzi is going to come in and pitch for the Futurists in the bottom of the 7th.
1 run. 2 hits. No errors. Futurists 3. Explorers 2. Pitching for Futurists. Amos Ruzzi.
Okay, no take me out to the ball game, but we will show you the box score. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if they ever get back. We're through. Rip for the Explorers. If they don't win, it's a shame. It's 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out at the old ball game. Okay, I'm not as good as Harry Carey, but there you go. Usually the game plays Take Me Out to the Ball Game, but for some reason it's not. Ken Boyer 0 for 1 and has 2 walks today, so not all is lost for the Explorers here. They'll still have 9 at bats to try to pull even. At least. That's a base hit up the middle. Ruzzi couldn't get to it. By the way, Ruzzi is 285. Adding that hit, he has given up 8 hits, pitched 6 2/3 innings, gave up 4 homers, 3 walks, and a K. We could show you what Ruzzi did in the regular season and that playoff appearance. He has made 2 playoff appearances, and the first one was in Game 1. He pitched 5 innings, led to was the pitcher of record in the 10-6 win. And then in game number 3, he pitched an inning and 2/3 in relief, and the Explorers lost. The Explorers won 5-3 on that score. So Bill Mazeroski is 1 for 3 and a K. A bunt, and they get the out at first, allowing Boyer to move up to second. Frank Robinson, 1 for 2, a walk, a double, and a K. 1 out, and it hit him. So Robinson now at first base. Willie Mays is 0 for 3 and struck out once. That's a walk. Base is full of Explorers. Manny Ramirez, 1 for 3. RBI'd and K'd earlier. Big pitch here. And that's going to be a base hit. We watch Robinson. He's going to hold at third base. So everybody moves up the base on the single by Ramirez. And we have a 3-3 tie with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th for Willie McCovey, who is 0 for 3, but you know he wants to break out of the funk. But he can't. That's Ruzzi's first K. Ruzzi can go 75 pitches in relief, by the way. 19th century hurler, who's obviously a traveler on this futurist side. And Manny Machado is 1 for 3. He has a double and a K to his credit. Skied to right center. Can Edmonds get to it? Yes! A super play.
1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Futurists 3, Explorers 3.
So Game 5 still a ways away from being decided. Each team scoring once in the 7th. And A-Rod is up to start the 8th. He is 0 for 3 today and has 2 strikeouts. And this is going to be a base hit to left. Manny fumbled handling it, and that allowed A-Rod to get to second. And the Explorer manager saying, do we have any better options in left field? And just like that, Manny's throwing a hissy fit, but the Explorers are going to bring in Carl Yastrzemski. And he will hit in the 5-hole. Jim Edmonds is 2 for 3 and a double today. Line drive caught by McCovey for the first out. Joe Mauer is 0 for 1, a walk, and was hit by a pitch earlier. And that's a line drive right to Ken Boyer. 2 outs now for, nearly called him Cecil Fielder again. Prince Fielder, 0 for 3, 2 Ks. That's a walk. Marichal is at 129 pitches. Probably be pulled here when we get to the 9th inning, but he's going to try to battle through and get through 8. That's Marichal's 4th walk to go along with 10 strikeouts. And Soriano is 1 for 2, homered, walked, has 2 RBIs and struck out. Critical plate appearance here. And that's a line drive right to Boyer, who made a superb play at third base.
No errors. Futurists 3, Explorers 3.
So Rusi comes back out. His second inning in relief. He had needed 29 pitches to get out of the first inning that he pitched, which was the seventh inning. Gave up a run. Elston Howard is 0 for 3 with a K. He hits righties at 288. Now, do I have... I know I have another catcher, Ted Simmons. But I'm going to look for Billy Williams here. Who will hit lefty. And against right-handed hitters, his OPS is 958. So let's put him in, and we could bring in a couple of different catchers. We got Bill Freehand and Ted Simmons.
Hitting for Explorers, Billy Williams.
Now, Williams, this is his first at-bat in the playoffs. Well, he had a plate appearance because he has an OBS at 1 and an OPS at 1, on base at 1. So he had one walk in an earlier plate appearance this series. But could Billy Williams be the difference here? No, it's a strikeout for Rusi, his second. George Sisler is 1 for 3. And this is a fly ball to right. Betts with a nice play to procure the second out. We go back to the top of the order, and Ken Boyer, who is 1 for 2 with 2 walks. K number 3 for Rusi.
No hits, no errors. Futurists 3, Explorers 3.
So we will bring in Bill Freehand. He will play in the 8 hole and see what we could do here. Don Drysdale is going to be the new pitcher. No stranger.
For Explorers, Don Drysdale.
Drysdale, no stranger to Dodger Stadium. He has not appeared in the playoffs yet, so this is his first appearance, and he's looking at Mookie Betts, 2 for 4. Drysdale spent most of his career after his playing days as a commentator. Actually, once did college football, a college football game in the 70s for ABC Sports. 2 for 4 is Mookie. We'll see how he does. Base hit, left field, and Betts aboard. We'll see if they bring in a pinch runner, although Betts is pretty speedy himself. Outfield will play a no doubles defense for David Wright, who is 0 for 3, walk and 2 Ks today. Let's see how Big D gets out of this. It's a strikeout for Big D. He held the consecutive scoreless inning streak for many years until Oral Hershiser, another Dodger, broke it. And the night that he set the record was a game against the Giants, and it was mentioned by presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy, and that was the night at the Ambassador Hotel in Los Angeles where he was unfortunately assassinated. Albert Pujols is 2 for 4, an RBI and a K, and a runner goes back to first base, which is Betts. I think I'll try a pitch out here, and it didn't work as Betts gets to second base. Pujols is 2 for 4. Oh, and that gets through Machado. Betts holds at third. Again, the base running very conservative here. Infield will play halfway for Barry Bonds. 0 for 4 today, 1 for 15 for the playoffs. K number 2 for Don Drysdale. And now it's all up to A-Rod, 1 for 4, a double, 2 Ks. And the plot thickens as A-Rod is up at first base. Bases loaded, 2 outs. It doesn't get any more high leverage than this. Jim Edmonds is 2 for 4. He has 2 doubles. And Drysdale gets them out.
2 hits, no errors. Futurists 3, Explorers 3.
Game number 5. Whoever wins this game has a 3-2 lead. Mazeroski is 1 for 3 with a K. This is his 5th time up. And Mazeroski aboard. Let me see if I got other second baseman. I got to think that I do because I have a whole bunch of guys who could play shortstop. But let me just double check. If so, I will bring in, I got Marcus Semien, Willie Randolph, Don Buford, Craig Jeffries if I was really desperate. So we'll bring in a pinch runner for Mazeroski in the person of Luis Aparicio.
Aparicio is the new runner at first.
Got him in for his 10 base running. Frank Robinson, 1 for 2, a double, a walk, was hit by a batter, hit by a pitch, and struck out. Ruzzi is up to 47 pitches out of 75. So he might be vulnerable. That's K number 4 for Amos. He has struck out 5 this playoff series. Willie Mays now could be the hero. 0 for 3, a walk and a K. No doubles deployed by the defense. They get the force at second, but they can't get Mays at first base. So same situation, just Mays is at first instead of who was at first base before. Carl Yastrzemski, 2 for 6 during the playoffs, has 2 RBIs and struck out once. They check Mays at first base. He is safe. He runs and gets to second base on a stolen base, his second. Now, I'm going to walk. Well, no. I don't control the Futurist. If I were the Futurist, I would walk Yastrzemski and take my chances on a slumping Willie McCovey. But we'll see what Amos does. Who holds the Ruzzi? Extra innings.
Runs, no hits, no errors. Futurists 3, Explorers 3.
Well, this seemed a game, didn't it? Like it was destined for extra innings. And here we are in the 10th inning. Game 5, whoever wins has the 3 games to 2 edge going into Game 6. Joe Mauer, 0 for 2, was hit and walked earlier. K number 4 for Big D, Don Drysdale, who was up to 33 pitches out of his 75. Prince Fielder, 0 for 3, walked and struck out twice. Hit well to center, but Mays has that. At the warning track, made a super play. The crowd giving Willie cheers and applause. That brings up Alfonso Soriano, 1 for 3, a walk, a homer, 2 RBIs, and a K. Crowd still buzzing from that catch Willie Mays made. Shades of the 54 series. And that's a sinking line drive. Robinson has it.
No hits, no errors. Futurists 3, Explorers 3.
Okay, I have drank my coffee. Bottom of the 10th, still tied, 3-3. So the Explorers just need 1 to get that all-important 3 games to 2 lead. McCovey is 0 for 4 and struck out earlier. Hit well to right. We'll watch it. Off the wall, and McCovey gets to second base. Now, do I have first baseman? Because I'm going to do a pinch runner here for McCovey. And the answer is yes. I have 3 first basemen in the lineup. 3 guys who could play first. And Norm Cash would be the guy who is not already playing. So McCovey is going to be lifted for Jim Wynn. So Wynn will be at second as the pinch runner. Manny Machado is 1 for 4, a double and a K earlier. And a base hit here would be huge. Hit well to left. Bonds back. Makes the play in left field just in front of the warning track for the first out. And Bill Freehan is up. This will be his first at bat this series. Not a good hitter. Hits lefties 265, righties 252, but all it takes is 1 swing and you could be a hero. Right, Pujols, second out. George Sisler is 1 for 4. Base hit. Win scores, and the Explorers have a 3-2 lead, heading into Game 6, a 4-3 win in 10.
The final score from Dodger Stadium, in 10 innings, Explorers 4, Futurists 3, Don Drysdale is the winner, Amos Rossi is the loser, Alfonso Soriano hit home run number 1 on the season, time of the game, 3 hours, 35 minutes.
And your player of the game was George Sisler for getting that game-winning hit and RBI. So just like that, the Explorers have taken 3 games in a row, have a 3-2 lead. We will be back a little later today for game number 6. Until then, this is Big Paulie. Godspeed and God bless. We'll do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.